Hello, hello. So, we have Deneghra 1 Ghost Fleet. No Wraith Engine, no Incorporeal Pirates, and Ironmongers and 3 Stalkers. It's, then three min units of the revenant crew and max rifles on all 3 min units, as well as some ghost cannons. And he's got a very interesting deployment zone. Agrimony's there, Kane's there, and 2 pistol wraiths are there. But it's like a pyramid, and Deneghra's at the back, and I personally think she should be more forward. This was his first time playing the Crix list, and it happened to be at a tournament, and this is the first round of the tournament, so he hasn't had a chance to really unpack it and figure things out with it. Personally, I've been thinking about this game a little bit, and I think Deneghra needed to be a little bit farther forward, because being back there instead of right here, it gives her like probably 4 more inches of threat for her feet, so that she can feet and use her feet as a gun line or assassination tool. But being that far back is a little bit more difficult for her. I'd say probably spread things pretty far out and just have your key random solos and pieces in between your piles of revenant crew. But I mean, just little stuff. I don't know. This is my first time actually playing Ghost Fleet, and this is just speculation. But yeah. So yeah, I've got my Vyros 2 list, standard Vyros 2 list. I'm sure you guys have seen it a million times and are all bored of it and hate it, but it's just my go-to piece. I've been playing Ron and Vyros 2 for a very, very long time, both in forges at tournaments, because whenever I see any list, I have a playstyle solution for it. I have a in-game solution for whatever problems they present me. It's just my comfort zone. It's what I know how to do, and it's what I feel like I do well, and I give my best games because of that. I didn't want to drop Ron because I thought I could. His other list was Scar, and it's a very good Scar list. You can kind of see it over here on the tray. It was double riders, 3 stalkers, and wraith engine. And the very interesting thing about that is it's almost the exact amount of models that Scar can feed on. So every model in the list can be feeded on. What's the one thing Scar doesn't do well? Threat range extend. So it brought that. I would have felt really good dropping Ron into that Scar list, but I would not have felt good dropping this Ron list into here. Partly because I think the battle mages just all die over time. And if he plays the list correctly, and I have a hard time reaching, the last dude of a revenant crew unit, which honestly, I should be able to at least get 1 unit or 2 units. I'm just worried about losing all my battle mages and having Helios have to stomp around the whole entire map until Ron either gets shot to death because I use too much focus, or he wins on scenario because I just won't be able to have enough map presence. So that was kind of my fear. I dropped Vyros 2 because I feel like I could play a game into either and have a good game into either. So here we are. And enough jibber jabber. Let's move on with life. He gets up the board pretty well. He's got a stalker. He's got his stalkers out there in front, right here, right here, right here. They threat pretty freaking far with no threat extensions. Deneghra is still a little bit back there. Agrimony's right here. And my basic plan is don't put Imperitus within Stalker range, because he might do something crazy like try and kill it and have it get grievous wounds, because Stalkers pretty much do hose Imperitus pretty freaking well. On paper, at least. So I'm just going to move up. I'm going to disrupt. I mean, I'm going to have to walk into Stalker range, but my plan is to disrupt this Stalker right here with Eiryss. I think that's worth it, because if Deneghra fully loads him, pops feet, and does everything, that's a lot of damage that I'm not getting put onto me. One of my fears this turn is that Deneghra will come up, pop feet on me, put these Stalkers into me, and get a lot of work done on me, and I won't be fast enough to get up the board to contest, like, say, this flag, and he's just going to start going ahead on me on scenario, since I remember that's a key way that Deneghra wins. She kind of threatens the attrition, the assassination, and the scenario. So because she's so far back right here, which goes back to what I was talking about with the deployment, she's got a bubble, and everything that's behind this line I just drew will be safe from her feet. So I stack about half my army back here and try and bait out a bad feat. And the map looks like this. And yeah, I mean, I've got Imperitus out of feet range and complete safety. All my Arcanists are out of feet range. I think her feet doesn't prevent special attacks anymore, but it used to, and I was worried about all my Arcanists getting feated on. So yeah, I'm just kind of in position, show me what he's got. And more or less, he thinks about it for a while. He's not sure what to do. I've already got a clock advantage going into this turn since he's never played this Ghost Fleet list before. He burns a ton of clock and more or less just gets stuff in position and up the board. And yeah, there's not enough contesting pieces in these scenarios. He didn't pop feet. So I think my goal this turn is to score 3 points and just hold my feet for after his feet so I can score more points and contest and do stuff the turns after. How I want to score those points is I want to score this right zone, I want to score that right flag, and I want to kill his objective, and I want to contest that flag over there with the piece that I go kill that objective. So that front Griffon gets loaded up. This pistol wraith right here gets shot dead. Griffin's going to walk to right here, kill the objective, and be within 4 for contesting range. And for whatever stupid reason, I bring Disco up to right here, and I spray down Agrimony when I should have instead got Kane. That was a mistake. Agrimony does nothing for this matchup. Both of them are sitting on the flag, but I definitely should have gotten Kane. That was a wee bit of a mistake. Map ends up like this. Pretty easy for me to do. Also, he killed Eiryss last turn. I forgot to mention that. One mistake that I made was I overconfidently put Vyros 2 on that flag thinking now he won't be able to shoot down an Arcanist and he'll maybe have to run Revenant crew or a Stalker to get within 4 and maybe I'll get another point and get this thing really, really going. Because I definitely foresee him contesting this zone, but I'd like him to bring in a Stalker, and I'd like him to have to either, if he runs a group of the pirates and they don't shoot on his feet turn, that's fantastic for me. So I think I'm being clever. Really what I'm doing is I'm giving him an assassination run, since Denny 1 still does assassination pretty good. And that's more or less what he goes for. He's like, well, I've burned way too much freaking time, and you're up by 3 points, so let's pop feet and assassinate you. His first plan is to kill this Arcanist so that the Stalker can walk over here and land right there and get Vyros. And I start getting the shivers because before that happened, Deneghra walked up. His arc node is way too far out of range to be able to, because my army was mid-board. I shifted completely to the right, and that was away from his arc node. But yeah, Deneghra lands the... it's the thing that does critical shadow bind. So she feats on Vyros 2, she lands the shadow bind on him, and then she puts parasite on him. So he went from being a 15-20 on a 2 camp down to being a 10-15. So took away 5 armor and took away 5 defense. And then rifles and pretty much everything in the world just starts shooting and shooting and shooting. And they shoot down this Arcanist, and then we start measuring things out a little bit more. And we realize that he's 13 away from Vyros 2, but he'll land on top of a Griffon's base, and he can't get quite a Gorgon's base, and he just can't quite get the distance to land next to Vyros. So he also would need to kill this Griffon so he doesn't take a free strike that potentially cripples him, which I probably don't hit under his feet. But you know what? If I do, it's throwing everything to the wind. So more or less, he decides, well, now I'm just going to try and shoot Vyros to death. So the cannon over here takes a shot at Vyros, and all these rifles were working on the Arcanist. I used 2 shield guards to keep it alive. Then all these rifles come over and shoot at Vyros, start burning through his shaves, and he's down to, I think, like 14 boxes or something like that, but no shaves. Kane Hellslinger walks up, blam, blam, shoots Vyros down. He's down to about like 8 health or something like that. 2 of the rifles get shots on from this unit on Vyros, brings him down to 5 health. This revenant Canon crew over here, they're Rat 4. They walk up. Vyros is on like 4 or 5 health, and they need a 6 to hit Vyros 2, being a 10, defense 10. I don't have any more shield guards. It's 3 dice since he's a warrior model. They roll a 4, 1, 1, 2, and he needed a 6 to hit me. That POW 13, if he had rolled a 7, would have killed Vyros. So it was right there. But however, Deneghra is right in front of me now. So yeah, Vyros skates by, and Discordia, Griffon, and Imperitus, even under feet, just go up and kill him. Like, yep, just kill Deneghra, and that is that. Also, there's this Griffon and this Gorgon right here, but I can't remember how it exactly worked out. But it was a really easy kill. Yeah, because yep, it just worked out. Even with the -2 speed, they were able to get there. So yeah, that was an interesting first look at Ghost Fleet, and I really want to keep working with this Crix player more and talking more about Ghost Fleet and figuring out everything it can do. It looks like there's a lot of power and potential in it. I think I like his 3 Stalker build. I think his Arc Node just needs to be a little bit better place. The Stalkers are good giveaway items that become really annoying to remove on his feet, and it kind of sets the line of engagement back. I do really want to see a Wraith Engine in here, but I did a little list building on the card drive back from the tournament, and adding in a Wraith Engine makes it really hard to get 3 free points. And the free points in this list are really freaking good. Rengrave's really good. Kane Hellslinger's really good. The Pistol Wraiths are really good. Deneghra just cranks all those options up. So it gets a little bit weird. Thinking back to Tim Banky's Ghost Fleet list, and now it had a min unit of the Incorporeal Pirates, 3 of the min units of Revenant crew, a Wraith Engine. Yeah. Deneghra also lost some Warjack points again since then. That kind of changed things and affects things. And maybe one Stalker should drop down to Death Ripper. That might help things. But yeah, moving on to the next round of the tournament. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you guys have any questions.